Yes, indeed. Welcome. It's a Tuesday morning, and it's your top-tier family breakfast show where we put you first. That sounds very familiar. It's like a bank ad or something. And that is because we understand the importance of having a great start to every single day.
Yes, sometimes no matter how much of a morning person we are, we need the people who get us up, get us going, and get us through.
Absolutely. That's our job here. And for the brand new it's a brand new month. It's November.
Yeah.
Wow, we're getting older. What a way to look at it. With a brand new month,
I got
have
the
a
song.
perfect show curated just for you guys to get you guys going for a good start for the day. Welcome to the month of November.
Yes, the month of November. A new month reminds us of all the things we are thankful for. We are grateful we made it thus far.
Aye.
Good morning once again, and welcome to another refreshing Tuesday edition of Wake Up Nigeria.
It's going to be grand because we have a new chef in today. Hey, chef, say hi. There you go. It's going to be, you're going to be experiencing some of our culinary expertise here today.
Absolutely, absolutely. The show, of course, is Wake Up Nigeria, and we are here to ensure your day starts just the right way. My name is Mary Bashua Alimi.
And I'm holding down a cough, but my name is Mazino Appeal. Stream the show live at tvcentertainment.tv and also on Facebook, TVC Connect. Watch us also on GOTV channel 27 and on UHF channel 49.
Absolutely. You could literally watch us from anywhere in the world on the TVC app, which you can download on the Android and iOS stores.
Now, let's let you guys know what we have for the show here today. We begin with parenting for a Tuesday, and we'll be discussing the parenting transfers with Opofoni Sele Kumo, popularly known as Uncle Sele. Now, he's a values and character coach for children and a parenting coach whose purpose is to build and frame the minds of upcoming generations to make the right decision. What? This is very long. Yeah.
Makinde, a singer and songwriter who uses his music to remind his listeners of God's love.
Now we have two guests finally joining us for a chat, Bolu Essien and Juliana Olayode. Bolu is an actor and the creator of the new workplace drama series on Netflix titled Becoming Abby. Juliana, aka Toyo Baby, a name she got from starring as Toyo in the TV series Jennifer's Diary, is an actress and sexual purity activist.
Yay!
Welcome.
Yes, you
to
realize
November.
that this is November.
Yes, indeed it is.
And you know what it means? It means that
One more month till
myself-
the end of the year. That's what it means. Nothing else.
Are you okay? Let me talk.
I'm joking.
It means that it's my birth month. You know, it's funny. I'm not particular about birthdays.
Exactly. I was going to ask, why are you so excited
But
about this
I
one?
don't know. This one,
It's a landmark.
I'm just
What are
looking.
you turning 40?
No, 50. And I'm actually just looking forward to that day just coming and going. It's always like that for me every year. I look forward to my birthday, and then days to my birthday is winding down, and I just let the day go. And I actually have a wish list this year. And my wish list, I have 3 items on it. Money, money, money. Okay?
Your account number, yeah.
Your head did there, Jarvis.
As of here, here,
Wait
take-
now.
No,
Let me-
don't be
let-
scared. Give him back his own, Jerry.
Thank you, darling.
Take-
Oh, okay, so
The
let me
phone
just
fall,
put
you
it.
don't crack.
Yeah, don't worry, I'll put it up
From
so you guys
everything she
can.
said, what I really got was the fact that she's born in November, and that means Daddy and Mommy were busy in February, maybe February 14th.
Okay, please don't say anything because I was born on November 14. So if anybody says this thing that I've been hearing since primary school
It's the
again, I'm going to be
precision
really
for
mad.
me. Your dad is a sharpshooter.
But yes, you know, it's interesting. 2 interesting people were also born on the same day. King Charles, November 14, and Folarin is also November 14.
The director.
Yeah.
Wow, that's great. Grand. Well, hey,
So, yeah.
You still
maybe
want
you
money?
guys could actually ask for her Aza after. You can
No,
do
don't
social
ask.
media.
I'm going to post it on all my social media. Just look at my status.
Are you afraid? Stay it
Every
now.
day this month, yes. You know, as the spirit leads, just throw it in. That's my wish list, money. I need
I'm
plenty
your
of
PA.
it.
You can send 2088825780.
I don't understand. Did I send you a message?
Zenith Bank.
What are we going to do to these two?
Any money they send to you, forward it back to my account.
In any case, guys,
Yeah.
welcome for a Tuesday edition here. Emma, there was something you wanted to talk about, but I think we're going to talk about it for Coffee Gist. We have a very interesting one coming up for you guys.
No, actually, that's not what I actually wanted to talk about, but hey, go ahead.
Yeah, let's just-
Yeah.
Good morning, Mike Mesikeno, the news on Wake Up Nigeria. In Abuja, the federal government is asking citizens to disregard the travel and terror alerts issued by the United States and United Kingdom governments, that calls made by the National Security Advisor at an end of an Emergency Security Council meeting chaired by President Muhammadu Buhari in the presidential villa. The NSA said the warnings by foreign embassies are unnecessary and insists the country is safe. Femi Akonde reports.
The Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces summoned this Emergency Security Council meeting to receive briefs from his security chiefs over the recent terror alerts that put the country's federal capital in panic mode. Advisories from foreign embassies over a possible security breach forced several businesses to close down, and frightened residents had to look over their shoulders. At the end of the meeting, the security chiefs were able to convince Mr. President that the country is safe. The National Security Advisor says the fear caused by the United States and United Kingdom's warning of an elevated risk of attack in Abuja is unnecessary.
The issue of Nigerians being made to panic is unnecessary. The situation in various areas of the Federal Capital Territory, the situation has been brought under control, and we're trying as much as possible to work with our neighbors and within the domestic situation to work with our foreign partners in a responsible way.
The federal government insists the threat alerts are just routine safety measures issued by foreign embassies, mainly for the security consciousness of their citizens and not to frighten Nigerians.
We are in full engagement with foreign partners and that the security, our national security personnel and agencies are fully on top of the situation, and that they're really, as they have said, there's really no cause for alarm.
The Chief of Defense Staff also talked about the gallantry of the armed forces in repelling an attack on the 221 Battalion Wawa Cantonment in New Busa, Niger State. He says the troops are alert to counter any threats to national security.
The night of 29th October 2022, Wawa Cantonment in Niger State was attacked. And of course, the alertness of the troops led to the neutralization of the attackers and their vehicles that were laden with IED and other items were impounded, and 5 of those attackers were equally arrested.
Hopefully, this reassurance from the National Security Council will give citizens a sense of safety as security agencies prowl around the federal capital to exterminate any planned attack or threat to national security. Femi Akonde, TVC News, Abuja.
Also, Nigerian President of Somalia, Hassan Sheikh Mohamud, says twin car bomb explosions near Busy Junction in the capital, Mogadishu, have killed at least 100 people. The blast happened minutes within each other, destroying buildings and vehicles in the vicinity. The president says among victims massacred were mothers with their children in their arms. He's now appealing for international medical help for care of 300 persons injured. The president is blaming the Al-Shabaab militant group for Saturday's attack, which targeted the Ministry of Education. The pro-jihadist Somali Memo website has reported that the group has claimed responsibility for the blast. Al-Shabaab, an affiliate of Al-Qaeda, has engaged in a long-running conflict with the Somali government. President Mohamud, in power for 5 months, has pledged total war against the Islamist militants. And that's it on News Now. We'll take a break. We'll be right back after this.
And you're welcome for Tuesday morning here. Let's let you guys know what you're waking up to, the headlines you'd be waking up to when you decide to pick any of the dailies. This morning here, for the 1st of November 2022, we have this headline from the Nigerian News Direct. Front and center here, 2023 presidency, no use to federal might. Buhari vows, says Nigerians would be allowed to make their choices. INEC boss backs president, stands by delivering results electronically, deliver the nation during 2023 general election, Buhari says. At the top of the Nigerian News Direct this morning, Nigeria's energy transition plan requires $1.9 trillion till 2060, says Osibajo. And NCC committed to FG's anti-corruption crusade. Bambata and NCDMB lauds Crest Tech for capacity building, employment creation. Let's move now to our next daily for this morning for a Tuesday, and of course that will be the Punch newspaper. Headline here, terror alert, FG reassures Nigerians, pushes back against US and UK. Foreign minister to warn ambassadors against alarming advisories. Terror alert, irresponsible, go about normal business, security chiefs say. And Transcorp Hotel sets new security protocol. FCT police meet hotel operators. At the very top of the Punch newspaper, FG exceeds loan target by 1.12 trillion naira, borrows of 5.3 trillion naira, and naira devaluation will worsen Nigeria's food energy crisis, says the World Bank. IOCs polluting Nigeria must face sanctions, says the FG. Moving on now real quick to our next daily, the Daily Trust for this morning. Dollar scarcity hits BDCs, sell at 818 naira to the dollar. Nigeria depreciates by 53 naira in 5 days at parallel market. Nigerians rush to dispose of local currency. It's failing, or rather, yes, it's failing as a store of value, say experts. At the top for the Daily Trust, FG says U.S. terror alert, irresponsible, and security beefed up at National Assembly. Buhari to police, be neutral during 2023 polls, and I sold my property to give 3,000 students foreign scholarships, says Kwankwaso. Well, of course, we do have other papers, but we can't take all of them this morning. But do feel free to, well, if you want to tell anything, use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC. Welcome, time for our What's Up and About segment, and there's no easy way to say it today. We have to talk about this. Woke up this morning and then said hey to my wife, and then she goes, ah. And I was about to say, if it's sad news, don't tell me, because I like to wake up positively, but then she had already told me before I was able to get that out.
Exact same scenario with myself and my husband this morning.
Yeah.
That's how we broke the news.
So it's a very sad day, especially in Nigeria. Here, the world of entertainment has witnessed another one of these, and it was reported overnight that Davido had lost his 3-year-old son under circumstances that seemed very similar to what happened in another case that was involving D'banj. It's very difficult to talk about it, especially the morning after. I want to say that this is not because of numbers. It's just simply because, well, it's in the news, and we wanted to touch on a few specifics that everybody who's a parent might take sample from.
Let us
sad.
first establish that it's still a report.
Yes, indeed.
Some people call it a rumor. It's allegedly. Family sources have not yet given
Confirmed.
any official report on this, because at some point there were, also in quotes rumors of the boy being in the hospital, likely to survive. So it's a two-way street. It probably never even happened. So until the family confirms the reports, it's still alleged. Okay?
Oh, well, there are a few other celebrities that brought this to people's notice at midnight. Eniola Badmus was the first to break the story, and then few hours later, but she deleted. No, wait, calm down now. Allow me finish.
She did not.
So a few hours later, I don't know if she was reached out to, she deleted the post. Daddy Freeze also posted, commensurating, and there were a few other celebrities, actually, like I said, they were the ones that brought it to people's notice. And then this morning, there were reports of, the incidents where the 3-year-old son was found underwater at their swimming pool home residence in Banana Island. And he was dead on arrival. At the time he was rushed to the hospital, according to reports. Also, there are also reports that people that were at the residence at the time of the incidents, a few of them had been arrested as a result of, what happened.
Yeah.
My heart goes out to Davido's. I think Davido has lost so many people close to him this year. I mean, I feel like he really needs to see a therapist, because I can imagine what he is going through.
Yeah.
And this is really sad. I pray that God comforts his family throughout this. And Shoma, my heart really goes out to you during this period.
So frankly speaking, I'm still not going to say anything much, because it's still a rumor.
Yeah, I was going to let Mike speak.
Yeah, basically just commiserate, and it's someone said something. Yeah, you hear about there's a term for someone who loses his wife, who loses a husband. What's the term for somebody who loses a child? You know, what's the term for someone who loses a child? And this one, because some or the other, everybody has a child around them, and we know how accidents are not planned for.
Exactly.
You know, they're not planned for, and everybody does their best and will still try to do their best.
I think in light of that, that should
Just
be the
commiserate.
subject today when it comes to parents. If you have a child and you have gadgets, you have a pool, you have machinery around you, I think it's about time to start thinking about child-proofing. It's not something that most Nigerians think about. We grew up under the most dangerous circumstances, I mean, growing up in the 80s or 90s, and there wasn't really much to think about. Oh, he's a strong lad, he's going to take it. But then, these days, technology has advanced. We become, well, our status have, gotten bigger and so on.
And become more distracted.
We have become, thank you, that's the word. We have become more distracted with social media, with everything around you.
Because you grew up with the ideology that it's a village that raises a child.
No, not anymore.
But
it doesn't seem so.
And this is not, and for me, there was a battle between fans. This is not the time. If you want to from fans, this is not the time. Because some people have started. This is not the time to start going fan against fans, and it's trending that some people are, oh, this, that. This is not the time. I dare say that there's a finality with death, and it's when people talk about it as punishment, nobody will live here alive.
Oh no, who would do that at this point?
Nobody will live here alive. So think about it. If it's something that will happen to everybody, and then it's all about the time, why do you think so? So for fans who, you are stupid, though. But yeah,
even as we talk about child-proofing and everything, my own focus is on the parents.
Yeah.
Because when things happen like this, it's so common for people to want to blame the parents, insult the parents. But we forget that there's enough mental torture going on.
Yeah.
At this point, I would say that there's need for therapy, serious therapy. I know there are some couples that have several children, 6, 7 children, and the loss of one child can cause the end of the marriage.
True.
So it's important for them, not just because of their relationship, but for them to heal completely. And because it's one of the worst things that can ever happen to lose a child. Well, investigations will definitely depending when we finally get official reports, because I'm still a bit guarded until there are official reports.
And hinging on what Mike said, I think people should not be insensitive.
Not now.
Not now. Like, I understand that you can be going through your own ish and you're looking for who to, express and vent out your emotions or whatever it is that you're feeling to. It is absolutely not the time, please. If there's anything that you want to say, reach out to the family, pay your condolences in a very nice, thoughtful, and polite manner.
And if it's not nice,
and if it's not nice, keep it to yourself.
Don't say it.
Add it to whatever it is that you're going through, and let it wash away.
You cannot control what people would say on social media, so it's still part of the therapy. Keep their phones away from them. They don't need to see any comments for now.
Here's my advice to everybody out there. Like they said, be sensitive. Secondly, to the parents, switch off. Just switch
Take
off.
a break.
Take a break.
Take a break.
All right. We'll understand. We'll understand.
Yeah.
In any case, if you're out there and you've got kids, please be less distracted. Take care of them. I love kids, and this gutted me this morning.
Mistakes happen, but some mistakes are preventable. Let's do our best to protect our children. It's crazy. It's crazy. You can only do so much at the end of the day.
Yeah, you have to.
We'll be back.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Welcome back. You're still tuned in to Wake Up Nigerian. Yes, it is time for our kitchen segment, right? And this morning's breakfast, it has got me in my feelings. Literally, guys. No jokes. With me in the kitchen is Zenos Mix. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing very well.
Right, and we are making smoothies and yogurt parfait. So we've got quite a, we have different smoothie mix that we're making this morning.
Yes.
You want to run through the ingredients for our smoothies first,
Okay.
and then our yogurt parfait.
Okay, we'll be making a signature which we'll call berries and yogurt smoothies. Then the other will be with beetroots, oats, and I call that yogo berry too.
Yogo berry.
Yes.
Okay, so let's go through the ingredients for one smoothie at a time.
Okay, for the yogo berry, we're going to be using rolled oats.
Rolled oats.
Yes.
Okay.
Smoothies,
Yogurt.
yogurts, beetroots.
Okay.
Then little of a banana.
For sweetening.
Yes, for sweetening.
Okay.
Then for the other, which is the berries, we're going to use the grape, apple, ginger, and banana too.
Oh, okay, for
Yes.
smoothing, for
Yes.
sweetening as well.
Yes.
Okay, then for the parfait, my favorite part. Actually, I love smoothies as well.
Okay.
I'm yet to decide on which is my favorite when it comes to healthy eating.
Okay.
Yeah, but hey, go ahead. With the yogurt parfait, what ingredients are we working
Okay, with the yogurt parfait, we have the blueberries, we have
Okay.
the grape, we have apples, we have granolas, we have honey. Of course, not forgetting the yogurt.
Greek yogurt. And I see that this is your brand.
Yes, this is our brand.
How do you make this?
Okay, practically the main ingredient is milk. Then we have the active life culture.
Okay.
Then treated water. Those are the
Okay.
basic ingredients to use.
Do you mix this yourself, or you use a machine, you know, in mixing all of it? and
Yes,
then-
no, I mix it myself.
Okay.
For now,
Okay.
until when we're bigger.
Great, fantastic. So now let's start up with our yogurt parfait first, because I know that our smoothies we need to blend.
Yes.
Great. So let's start with our yogurt parfait.
Okay.
Let's start layering and putting those fruits together. I love yogurt parfait, guys. If you're on a healthy eating journey, or you're on the For Life Fit Fam journey, right? This is an option for you. I mean, Zenos Mix is here for you. She's giving you options that you can work with, or healthy options, healthy eating options that you can work with, or that can fit into your lifestyle, right? I know Greek yogurts can be quite expensive, but actually depends on the brand, right? So let's get mixing. So what are we starting with for our parfait?
Okay. Let me get my gloves on first.
Okay, of course, we need to make sure that our hands are clean. And of course, we're working in the most safest and hygienic environments, please, because you're dealing with fruits here. And also make sure that your fruits are properly washed. Properly washed. Yes, before you use them for your parfait or for your smoothies. My favorite smoothie, right, is bananas. Bananas I must have in my smoothies because it also needs to be sweet.
That means you're going to have lots of this now.
Yes, I'm going to have, oh yes, I will. I feel so sorry for our guests because I don't think you'll have anything left. But yeah, bananas I must have for me. And strawberries.
Okay.
Yeah, so strawberries, bananas, and then blueberries, and then apples. Yeah.
You like quite
Yeah.
exotic
Yes.
things.
Yes, I do. They're quite exotic fruits. But hey, you could also, make do with whatever fruits that are very easily accessible to you. Okay, so go ahead.
Okay.
So for apples, what are we doing with them?
Let me just rinse this off.
Okay. Okay, so while we are getting our fruits washed, if you're just joining us, with me on the show is Zenos Mix. You have on your screen right there the ingredients for our yogurt and fruit parfait. We are working with fruits. So for our fruits, we have bananas, grapes, blueberries, apples, beetroots. Beetroots are so healthy, guys. They are packing on nutrients. Do not sleep on that fruit. I know it can be quite expensive, can be quite pricey, but darlings, do not sleep on that. That is one fruit you want to have in your kitchen and in your diet. Right, so much happening here in the kitchen, but hey, we'll ensure that you are a part of what's happening here with us. We have to head over to the couch now for some parenting discussion with Uncle Sele and Mary.
Yes, time to talk parenting, and today the focus is on parenting transfers. Before you go, what is parenting transfers? We'll have Opofoni Selekumo tell us all about it. He's popularly known as Uncle Sele. He's a values and character coach for children and a parenting coach as well. His purpose is to build and frame the minds of the upcoming generation to make the right decisions based on values. And it's such a pleasure to have you in the studio with us today.
Same here.
Okay, so Uncle Sele, parenting transfers.
Okay.
For someone who has never heard that expression before, please tell us what it means.
Okay, so thank you very much. Parenting transfers are principles, teachings, instructions, that you pass on to your children, as they grow older, so that they succeed in life, basically. We find out that in the society, a lot of children are engaging in vices, because parents are not aware, one, and there's one thing I always say, you transfer what you know you also transfer your ignorance, because what you don't know, they will also move on with life with it. So, you know, so I have the parenting transfers. I talk to parents about it. So they make sure they do, you know, they transfer them as the children grow older. I have like 6 of them. So the first one is, you know, the God transfer. Everyone goes to church, so, you know, you take your children, you talk to them about God. Then we also have the identity transfer. You know, when your child is growing up, you're telling him about himself. You're telling him or her, this is you. Every child has an identity. So as parents, you must transfer that. So the child is not just growing up and just, you know, wondering, come here, you just go there, you just go. So it helps the child make some certain decisions that, oh, this is me, I can be here. This is me, I can do this. You understand? So the child begins to know that, okay, this is who I am. I have a purpose in life. So that's the you transfer. Then we have the values and the character transfer. We have a lot of people engaging in vices now.
Absolutely.
Do you understand? So it means that values weren't transferred to them. They weren't taught about character. They weren't taught about the kind of decisions to make. You know, the kind of principles to hold dear. And you know, it's lacking in our society. So it means that parents should begin to transfer values. You know, you have things like family values at home. This is us. This is my family. This is who you are. These are the things that, you know, you should do. These are the principles you must uphold.
Can I just interrupt there, Okusela? Now, there's that part you said, parents who have children who engage in certain vices don't have the values transferred right. You know, sometimes parents do try. I say this a lot because you see parents with like 4 children and the infamous black sheep. So every other person turns right, and then that particular child, you know, goes left, literally. And so there have been several analogies to it. That might be because of the time the child was born, maybe things were not right and all. So yes, indirectly, it might also have to do with the values that the child garnered at that time. But sometimes, don't you think it's not just about the parents? Sometimes.
Okay, so there's this thing about there's this thing I call testers. You know, your values will be tested. So you say, you know, you have this value like integrity. When you go into the society, you'll be tested.
Very well.
You'll be tested. You know, you'll be tested. So I call them destroyers. Now you have values that are builders. Now you see, if you are not strong or firm on your values, when the testers come, there's every possibility that you will fail. Now, it doesn't mean that, you know, your life is gone and all that, but it's just that that very time, you don't have strong values, you know, to stand against the testers, the challenges in life and all that. So you see, that black sheep is falling for the testers. So that's when you have, maybe you see someone who bullies, for example, someone who has low self-esteem, something was missing. Now, the testers will always want to increase themselves. Like, we have vices everywhere in the country. People are joining, you know, the people who are, you know, engaging in vices. So they're expanding. Vices, people who engage in vices are getting stronger. You know, now I see things like, you know, people who engage in vices are more like, you know, the normals. So you who want to stand upright is now being seen as the abnormal.
Yeah.
So we need to change the narrative. So it means that every child that you have, you will keep talking to that child. You would let the child know that he'll be tested. You let the child know that she'll be tested. And when that test will come, because it will come, it will come. You're not saying that it's all going to be perfect. It will come. So the question is, will you say yes?
Or will you say no?
Or will you say no? You understand? So, you know, will you, you know, and a lot of things happen at home, you know, the home atmosphere, but, you know, maybe that's for another day, where your child can easily come to you and say, Dad, this happened out there. Mom, this happened out there, and I did this. How do you react? Do you react in a certain way that your child feels like, oh no?
I'm never going to say that to them.
I can't talk to my mom.
Yeah.
Yes, I've had a boy tell me that I will never tell my parents anything because they just don't understand what's going on.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it means that he's gradually moving. So I'm saying no. You have to talk to your parents.
You know, sometimes I wonder at parenting, you can't help but think that it's a full-time business.
Oh, it is.
You think you have a job, yes, but parenting is more demanding than your job as well.
It is.
And so, of course, this is probably something we'll talk about some other day. This issue of mothers being full-time available or the fathers being full-time available while only one person works so that you can raise your children right.
Because you have to do that.
Because you have to do that. You have to do that. Are there other parenting values?
Yes, we have, I talked about the wealth and, value exchange.
Yeah.
Then we have the people transfer.
People transfer?
People transfer, yes.
What's that about?
You will teach your children that, look, you're not in life alone. You must learn how to relate with people. People are bridges. You understand? You cannot break bridges. You cannot bond them. So you see, how do you relate with this person? How do you relate with this person? As you grow older, when your child is a teenager, you tell him, oh, you see this uncle there, you see this auntie there. You see, this is how you should relate to this person. Know that in life. This good morning you say to people every time. You think, I'm stressing you, but one good morning, one thank you can open doors for you. Because one day, or that one period of time, I might not be there. Not that I'm dead, but you see, I won't be with you every time.
And that good
do you
deed
understand?
might
And
help
that
you.
good might help you. Do you understand? Then
This is also, this people transfer has me thinking of inherited enemies. Where your parents make you inherit the enmity between them and their siblings and all.
yeah.
Yes, so that's also people transfer, right?
Yes, that's also people transfer. Then we have the entertainment and fun transfer.
Okay,
Yeah.
don't I remember? Oh, King Sunny Ade. Oh, yeah.
Everybody's going to want to have fun.
Yeah.
Everybody want to relax. We want to, we just want to hang out with friends. But the question is, how do you do that? Do you go there, lose yourself? You understand? When you go for a party, how do you behave yourself? Those things must be said. Those things must be transferred. I've heard people say things like, those days when, we're going for parties, my mom will give us food so that when we go for this party, we are not just looking around and saying you are hungry and all that.
I was surprised to find out it wasn't a normal thing when I grew up. So when you're going for a party, my mom will ensure that you eat. And we are upset because we know the kind of party jollof we are going to meet.
Exactly.
And you are telling us that our tummy, so they will not be passing the food and we are not interested. And so we had this reputation of being, what's that word now? I do not want to say snobs. I want to say something else, but kind of like snobbish, because you're not taking the food when everybody is hustling for it.
Exactly.
But I kind of think it's a good thing.
Teaching your character, teaching you, because it's going to happen. Like I said, you'll be tested.
Yeah,
You
don't go hungry.
Don't go hungry.
Thank you so much for your time, Uncle Sele. It's been quite an interesting conversation.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
All right, then.
At this point, we'll take a break. And of course, Wake Up Nigeria continues in a bit. Stay with us.
Don't we just give you so many reasons to tune in to the best breakfast show in Nigeria? Or maybe all over the world. Yeah, we said it. Yes, you're tuned in to Wake Up Nigeria. Thanks for joining us. With me in the kitchen is Zina's Mix. Hey, hey, hey.
The one and only.
I love the energy. Loving it. This morning, she's, taking us on a healthy eating route. And we are having parfait and smoothies. Ooh, my personal favorite. Yes, I think smoothies are, they should be like your go-to. It should be a part of your diet, people. Okay, so let's run through the ingredients for our smoothies, and then let's move over to our yogurt parfait.
Okay. Now we're about blending banana, just a tiny bit of beetroot, apples, and ginger. Not forgetting our yogurt, because we need the liquid as a base. So right now, we're just going to the preparation of the smoothie. We already have a little bit of banana in here.
Okay.
So I'm adding the
yogurt.
Yes.
Is it sweetened or unsweetened?
Unsweetened.
Unsweetened. I mean, because you already have like the bananas in there, which act as a sweetener.
Sweetener already. Yeah. So
our beetroots. Guys, beetroots can be expensive, but they are a must-have. They are packing on so many nutrients. Most importantly, they also help to boost your immune system, guys. And so what are we putting in next?
Rolled oats.
Yes, oats are very good for weight loss. If you are on a weight loss Sweet Farm journey, oats are your go-to.
Okay.
And then what's going in next?
Nothing. Ice would have gone in this.
And then we have our ginger in there.
Yes, ginger is in here already.
Okay, so we're going to add ice in there. So we're going to blend that a little later on, right?
Yes.
So let's move that over there. And let's move on to our parfait. Yes. Remember, we are making a yogurt parfait, and then we are also making smoothies. So now that we've taught you how to make your smoothies, let's teach you how to make your yogurt parfait. And you know what's fun about parfaits? They're not just good for healthy eating, but if you have guests over, you could just make them, you know, make it as a dessert for them, you know, after their main meal, the main course meal, you just have it as your dessert. They're definitely going to love it. And the kids, ooh. All right, so.
Okay, right here we have unsweetened yogurt.
Okay.
We can't just use sweetened yogurt because not everybody will like
Sweet yogurt. Okay.
Unlike, she's actually a sweet tooth
Yes,
person.
I am. Wow, how did you know that? I am such a sweet tooth. Oh, if it's not sweet, no way.
Okay.
I'm doing that.
So we have honey here.
Okay.
As our sweetener.
Yep. So you're using unsweetened Greek yogurt and honey?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
So you say we still get a little bit of sweetness in there. Oh, that is good honey.
You can say that again.
So we are drizzling it on the Greek yogurt.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Are we going to mix it?
Yes, I'm going to mix it.
Well, that is some really good honey.
Thank you very much.
Really good honey. So we're going to mix that in.
Yes, I'm mixing it.
Okay. And then, what are the fruits we're working with for our yogurt parfait?
I'm going to be working with grapes, banana, apple, and blueberries.
And of course, our granola oats.
Not forgetting
Granola. Yes. And if you're wondering what granolas are, they are a mix of
rolled oats, lots of nuts. You can actually use any nut of your choice.
Okay.
Right here, this is actually our products.
Okay.
Right here, we have cashew nuts, we have almond, we have coconuts.
Very rich granola.
Very, very rich granola.
Then I see dried fruits.
Yes. We have dried fruits in them too.
To give it that extra sweetness.
Yes.
Love it. So we've started layering our parfait, right?
Yes, we have.
Okay. So in's going the yogurts.
Yes. We just put them in layers.
Okay. Now that is some good parfait. So for those of you who have been spending a fortune buying yogurts or buying parfait, you can now proudly say that you know how to make your yogurt parfait. And where did you learn it? On the Wake Up Nigeria show. Yes, you need to brag about it. Let the whole world know that you learned how to make yogurt parfait on the Wake Up Nigeria show. Yes, and of course, do not forget that you could also check out previous episodes of everything all in sundry here on the show on our YouTube platform. We have to go on a quick break, people. It's the top of the hour. Xenos Mix is getting hard at work, as you can see, and our parfaits are going to be ready in no time. But hey, we'll be right back, people. Stay with us.
All right, then, it's 1 hour down and 45 minutes left to go. So, hey, plenty has happened in the past 1 hour. If you missed it, don't worry. We've still got the rest for the 5 minutes designs just for you late risers.
Yes, need not to worry. We still have a great show for you, just as Mazinho said. And as it is, it's the most fun on Wake Up Nigeria, best of all, because then we get to try whatever the chef has made for us.
Oh, yes, we're looking forward to it. The chef is happily working her way away inside of the kitchen with MM in there. MM, how's it going since?
I just learned a new way to make blueberry jam.
Interesting.
Guys, I am so stoked right now. But hey, Xenos Mix is teaching me so a lot. I am so excited about. I can't wait to start trying them out. But hey, she's doing awesome. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Make it straight.
Oh yeah, now guys, how far?
Okay.
Are you sure it's okay?
What's going on?
Welcome to the second lap of the show. Sorry, we're just trying to fix the tie.
Yeah, my tie wasn't too straight.
Yeah, it was a bit askew. My name is
Nice
Mary.
use of the word.
Yeah.
Oh, that's grand. I love it when people use specific words that really explain detail. My OCD just kicked in there. I'm so sorry. My name is Mazino Appeal.
My name is Mary Bashua Alimi. You can stream the show live at tvcentertainment.tv and on Facebook at TVC Connect.
Yes.
Of course, you can also watch us on GOTV channel 27 and on UHF channel 49.
Not. Now, you can literally watch us from anywhere in the world if you have that app. Make sure you download it on your phones. It's on iOS and Apple Play Store.
Absolutely.
Apple Play Store.
Google Play Store and iOS. I said absolutely.
It did not sound right there. All right, let's tell what's coming up. From a musical performance, we have Ademola Makinde. Now, he'll be performing with us here today. A very interesting song is joining us inside the hour.
Finally, we have two guests joining us for a chat. We have Bolu, Essien, and Juliana Olayode. Both of them are actors, and they will be having a conversation with us. We can't wait for that one.
Yay. Welcome back, people.
Yeah, so something interesting. I noticed something interesting this morning on my way to the office. A truck almost crushed a car.
Oh, wow.
And that was because this road user refused to be patient. So the truck driver was trying to, drive into a filling station. And of course, because there was not enough space, so he needed to reverse. That's how the other road users started, going behind. And because, this particular road user saw other drivers going.
He went ahead.
As he was going, the truck was reversing. And it almost hit him. And I'm like, just a few seconds of just waiting patiently. You would kill yourself because you're in a hurry to go to work.
We don't have it as Nigerians.
In fact, look, you have to, let me tell you this thing, It's so bad that if you are going to be patient, you have to, in quotes, in Lagos, fight against your base instinct.
Yeah.
So much so that you are seeing the car coming, your butt just starts to press. So you have to, I have to hold back and say, hey.
Don't do it.
Yeah, so it's not natural. Like I said, base instinct here. Yeah, I think it was yesterday, I was in a filling station and then the truck was coming out and all of that, and they told me to move. I said, okay, I'll move when he wants to come out. But even at that, when I was trying to move, I saw somebody also, in that split second, bikes, keke, they don't, that is the time that it's like,
it's go time.
Yes.
If I go to that place, there's one medal they'll give me.
Exactly.
When I get through. And then it so happens that sometimes you are going normally, then one car is meeting the intersection. You see the car going normally, but the car now sees you coming.
And that's when the
car now decides, this guy will not. It's funny.
You know the unfortunate.
It's funny.
Okay.
It's actually, most of these things are actually you breaking traffic laws. People don't realize it. It's just like when you're going, the roundabout and somebody is speeding. Hello. There's one person who has right of way, and there's another person who doesn't.
On the turn.
So sometimes I feel like going to driving school is very necessary. And then learning patience. You're not the only one in a hurry. Nigerians, calm down.
I think patience should be part of the curriculum in a driving school.
That thing you can't teach.
You can't teach it, man.
I'm telling you,
it's a culture that we don't have.
When you get, there's something about the road in Nigeria, and so you look at it that, okay, it feels like something happened to you before.
Let me tell you my first experience. My first experience outside the country, there was this one car's length in between the car I was in and the car in front. And in my mind, I'm like, this guy.
You see this?
This thing he said just reminded me of, okay, wait.
You are driving in a little bit of traffic. So me, normally, if you're on the speedway, if you're on the freeway, it's 6 cars.
Yeah.
Difference between your car and the car in front. On the speedway, 6 cars. You know what that means?
Reaction time.
6 cars.
Yeah.
Do you know what that means? But on the normal, this thing you give, that one car is even too small.
Yeah.
Normally, it should be like 2 cars. But you give it, and the idiot behind you say,
It's like, this one is not ready. Don't go like this.
To me,
you know what happens? When the guy now, the first one up, second one up, you say, you're like,
So, there was this guy that came to Nigeria, He wanted to experience driving in Lagos, on Lagos Road.
This is the guy that documented on YouTube.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and this guy is doing he asked a driving school teacher to teach him how to drive.
I remember that one.
First, the guy was like, when you want to stop, you do your hand like this. The guy was like, no, yeah. The guy said, wait, I don't even have a side mirror. Driving school. Everything was wrong.
So I think that at this point, you need, the driving schools should give certificates to people that
Yes.
I think it should also be a part.
That's why driving school abroad, people will go like 5 times. 6 times.
Just want to associate me driving. Cut your hand, cut
out.
You see this ruckus? This is how they individually drive. This is the...
It's news once again. I'm Mike Messikero. Now, earlier yesterday, commuters in Lagos were stranded with some resulting into trekking from one point to another. But this might not end anytime soon, except something is urgently done. Now, from the 1st of November, commercial bus drivers say they will boycott their services in Lagos. Sarah Ayeku reports.
Over the weekend, the Joint Drivers Welfare Association of Nigeria had issued a statement stating that commercial vehicles, popularly known as danfos and minibuses, will embark on a 7-day strike over multiple and excessive extortion by the Parks Management Committee. Early Monday morning, large crowds were sighted at bus stops as commuters jostled for available buses. There are speculations the situation may be related to the 7-day warning strike, coupled with the lingering fuel scarcity and the Lagos-Ibadan expressway traffic. In Ikeja local government area of Lagos State, we spoke with some bus drivers who are in support of the planned boycott. They told us the strike may start on Tuesday if nothing is done to motor park thugs who are extorting and harassing bus drivers.
We are working like slave for Lagos here because we are working for task force, last man, FIO, and Agbero. Agbero, they disturb us anywhere around Lagos because they were taking cane, beating drivers on up and down, and conductors. It's too much for us. We are working at a place where no work. It's too much, so that's why we want to let our governor know what is happening to all drivers in Lagos. That's
When I talk say and I want to strike today, what's happening?
It's tomorrow. It's not on the 31st. It's on the 1st.
I came out because I don't see any sign. Although I waited because I come out late. For me to see any sign that there's something like that, I didn't see anything. And I said, okay, let me down the road.
For passengers, these times are certainly difficult ones. Commuters are asking the government to help regulate pricing in the transport sector.
Going to my house is a bit difficult, and coming back to the office is also difficult because normally I spend 600 more. Now I'm spending 1,700 every day because of from here to Ibadan is now 500. Coming back and entering by train and flow because of traffic, other things is kind of a bit difficult for us here in Nigeria.
The Joint Drivers Welfare Association of Nigeria is, among other things, asking the government to provide official bus stops in communities to avoid incessant arrests and stress for commuters who complain of having to trek several kilometers back to their bus stops. Sarah Ayeku, TVC News, Lagos.
Reacting to the story, the Lagos State government says it's looking into the demands of the bus drivers with a view to finding permanent solutions. JDWAN has complained of alleged harassment and extortion of their members by motor parks and garages management personnel across the state. Special Advisor to the Governor on Transportation, Shola Giwa, in a statement said the move became necessary following the announcement by JDWAN to embark on a 7-day strike. According to him, most of the union members at the meeting were from the Badagry axis, and it was resolved that the meeting be adjourned till Wednesday to have a larger house, which will include reps of other recognized unions with a view to resolving the matter amicably. He noted that the outcome of the second meeting scheduled to hold on Wednesday will be made known to the public. Mr. Giwa urged members of JDWAN to continue their daily routine without fear of molestation and intimidation, as security agencies have been directed to maintain law and order. We'll take this time out now, don't go anywhere. The show is still on.
You stand on the middle of somebody compound. Okay, now you see me first time I come outside, second time I come outside. You didn't greet me, you didn't say anything, and you stand there. You are standing like
wahala.
Welcome. Now we have two guests on today, finally joining us for a chat. We have Bolu Essien and Juliana Oloyode.
Yes, Olayode.
Thank you.
That's when I thought I was getting it right.
Bolu is an actor and the creator of the new workplace comedy series on Netflix titled Becoming Abby. Yeah. While Juliana, aka Toyo Baby, a name she got from starring as Toyo in the TV series Jennifer's Diary, is an actress and sexual purity activist.
Yes, grand to have you guys on today.
Thank you.
First of all, I'm excited that you guys are here and Becoming Abby. We're going to touch on that. I really want to talk about that one. But Bolu, I mean, first off, you're so elegant.
Thank you.
On TV and in real life, it's such a very welcoming, aura that you have. And I love it. I love it.
Thank you.
Exactly.
The best tea.
Yeah, you guys play besties in the series.
Yeah.
And while I was seeing that, I think I was on your page and I saw a part where you said something about you and your husband actually meeting at work, because that's how it plays out inside of the series.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Tell us about that exactly. How did you meet him?
You know the funny thing?
What?
Exactly the way the scenario played, but it wasn't like I won an account. Because we worked in a group of company, and I was working in one of the businesses. The business he was working with was upstairs. So, you know, everybody just, go for lunch, come back together. And then suddenly, like, one of the days, I was just like, I think he said hi, and I was like, hello, what's your name? And he said, Google it.
Oh, so
He said that for real. In reality.
Like, I was like,
Wait, so you?
yes.
He said it for real.
You know what I like about your husband? The guy's good. The confidence.
Honestly. Anyway, so the evening, like, much later in the evening of that day, I was because like, hello, who's speaking? He said, my name.
Didn't you Google my name? Wow.
Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Oh, you don't say bad dream.
Why don't we have Abby?
Boss, I'm supposed to be on this.
I can do it. I don't have much on my plate.
You know, that earlier skit is a typical description of Kojai.
Exactly.
Well, let's talk about becoming Abby. You guys play best friends inside of it, and I just saw that you guys actually. Does this play out in life as well? Are you guys real close?
You know the funny thing, when I was working with my team on the casting of the project, like, in fact, from when I was writing, I already knew that Juliana was going to play my best friend.
Why?
But we had not met before. We had not even had a chat, but I just knew, and then we eventually found out that we were attending the same acting school in the UK, actually, and then we just hit it off from there. And it's been good ever since. So even after the project, we still call each other bestie. Of course, everyone is busy, but we still do connect genuinely with each other.
That's grand.
And I find that she was one of the few people on set who was genuinely caring about me, because I'm also the executive producer with my husband. So apart from the fact that we're acting together, you're such a good person, you know. Apart from the fact that we're acting together, you find that even when we're having lunch, she's asking me, hope everything is okay. Hope you have everything you need and everything. Just that emotional.
How does that
You
feel?
know, it makes me.
Consider I had not said it before.
Yeah, so that's just me, because I know that she's acting and at the same time she's producing, she's the executive producer. So the pressure is a lot, because you're thinking of money. Oh my God, this person is asking me for this. Oh my God, I need to lift my line. So it's a lot. And then you still have to put in the work and the emotions to your characters. So that's
But have you ever had to produce anything?
No, you just have to be sensitive to people. Like, you know that it's not easy. Producing in this country is not easy. Sometimes things that you didn't even plan for
would definitely
would just pop up, and then you have to sort it out. So it's just instincts, I guess.
Yeah, emotional intelligence.
You're not just an actor yourself. You're also an author, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And your book is Sexual Purity. Did I get that correctly?
No, my book is... I spoke about sexual purity
yes.
in my book, but my book is titled Rebirth.
Well, why sexual purity? Where is it coming from? Is it coming from a religious stance or social stance, or what exactly?
Okay,
Does it mean you're talking about celibacy all through?
No, so I'll say that first is from the relationship I have with God. I wouldn't say it's religious. I would say it's just because I love God so much. And when you love somebody and you're in love with the person, you just want to do what the person says. You want to please the person truly and truly, you know. And a lot of times in our relationship with God, it's difficult to really want to do things to please God, because a lot of times we want to get things from Him.
Yeah.
We want to, it's all about what we can get from Him a lot of times. But I think I came to a point in my relationship with God where I was like, God, I don't just want to sing, I love you, Lord, I lift my hands. I want to really like feel it. Like when I say I love you, I want to feel it like I'm talking to my boyfriend or my dad or my brother. I want to just really, so then so it's just like, I know that God has said that this shouldn't happen until marriage, so it should be left like that. And then the other reason is also is because of the pain, because I was sexually abused as a child. And then I know that if we have a sexually pure world, there'll be no rape. there'll be no sexual abuse, there'll be no sexual harassment, there'll be no infidelity in marriage. You know, everybody rushing here and there trying to protect their husband and wife and all of that. It won't be happening if we're all sticking to God's plan for sex, for why he created
Why
sex.
it was, exactly. Oh, that's interesting.
So,
You know, I find it really, you know, tasking. We speak to a lot of producers, and I know how it can be really crazy trying to put things together. And just as you said, then you're now the actor. That's usually like double burden. But what gave you the inspiration for this series?
Okay, so I've always been an actor. I've acted in a couple of movies with Mount Zion.
Okay.
But I picked on a corporate job,
Yes, we learn every day about it. Even the closest people to us.
Exactly.
So I picked on a corporate job like in 2013, 2014.
Okay.
And so I've been working in corporate. But, you know, just as Juliana is talking about God, like, for me, acting is a calling. So it's not about the fanfare and everything. My joy is that I have done it, right? And so I've always wanted to do it, but it's a question of I'm working, no time. And then also, there were stories I wanted to see. There were stories I felt I could connect with. And the workplace is one of it, because I know the experience I've had over the years.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I can't recognize that experience on screen. I'm not seeing it, but internationally, you find that there are a lot of work, you know, series like
Most movies
Succession,
even,
Yeah.
So I'm like, where is this? And I'm like, okay, you know what? Then I would write about this. So I was working on another project, and then one morning in June, I woke up and it was the title. This was around 3 a.m. And it was just Becoming Abby that came to me. So I wrote the title, and then I started the writing. I spoke to my husband, and he was like, if you believe this is it, then I'll support you. Let's get on it together.
I've got two questions I want to ask, but I'm going to try and put it in one.
Yes,
First off, working with your husband, how hard or easy is that? And then the relationship with the streaming services, because it seems like such a big deal. You're buying a Benz tomorrow, isn't it? But let's talk about your husband first and that relationship working
You
with
know, because my husband has been my colleague before,
right?
There's a relationship that we're friends.
Yeah, they met in the workplace.
Okay, we met at the workplace. So we've dealt with each other as colleagues, and as colleagues, you understand that you won't always have your way. It's an office, it's an organization. So pretty much that's even how we run our home. You, babe, you're not always going to have your way, and even I understand that. So there are times where I tell him, babe, we need to do this, and he's like, okay, let's go for it. Sometimes he's going to be like, I don't think we should do this, and I'm like, okay. You always agree. So if this time, you know, I know agree, maybe there's something you're saying. Do you get? So we have that relationship. It's easy. I think one of the things that, you know, I also want to say is I'm able to thrive, you know, as a corporate. I'm also a mom, and, you know, producing this series, taking the lead role, because I have a husband that understands that typically it's okay to shine, and I'm supporting you at the back, really. And for the streaming service, I think our series rather is distributed by Film One.
Okay.
We're just excited that, you know, we're just starting and they picked it up, and
You know, Juliana, you got Just Lady. And so, you know what we hear about the movie industry. I'm deliberately saying what we hear about the movie industry. Now, with all those things we hear, it makes you wonder, especially with your views on sexual purity, how have you been able to cope in the industry? Has it been a problem getting roles? You know, we hear a lot of sexual roles and stuff. Have you ever experienced that?
No, I've never experienced that ever. I don't know why, but I don't pray to, actually. I don't ever want to experience it. No. But I've never experienced it. It's just, I don't know. I think because
I'd say you're blessed. Let's just leave it.
Yeah. I'll take it. I'll take that. I'll take it.
Let's do the trailer for Becoming Abby, and then when we get back, we're going to be inside of the kitchen because we have something very delicious for two of you lovely ladies.
Nice.
Okay.
So let's take this, and then we'll be right back with the ladies inside of the kitchen with and Mike.
Abby, you just made the biggest mistake.
Why don't we have Abby?
Boss, I'm supposed to be on this.
Do it. I don't have much on my plate.
Sit down, Jack.
And what in the world are you wearing?
You don't give me time to go and do that document yourself.
Abby, your costuming.
It's
beautiful.
Thank you.
Welcome to the kitchen, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, this is chef from Zeno's Mix, and this morning she's made for you the buffet. So please
Nice.
enjoy. We also have smoothies here. If you prefer that.
No, the buffet is
So we're going to have you ladies taste this now and tell us what you think. Please go ahead real quick. I want to be like you. I want to
Day
actually
of
be the one actually enjoying
Day of
it.
judgment.
I hope there's plenty enough. Oh, yes, there's.
It's nice.
It's
So
not
sometimes when you watch
because I
food
finished it.
programs,
Mhm.
we're like, it's so nice. No, but this one is genuinely nice.
Thank you so much.
I might just said because MM has finished it. This mic, eh?
So you guys, it's been a great show for a Tuesday. Thank you to everybody who's joined in on social media, on television. Thank you, Bolu. Thank you, Juliana. Such lovely ladies. We'll catch you guys on tomorrow's edition.
Wait,
I'll be
before you
absent.
go, just one more thing.
Real
Let's
quick.
remember tomorrow, Wonder Women Wednesday.
Yes,
We're looking
indeed.
forward to it.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.